Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Zaya, Zoster Artificial Intelligence Assistant, and today I'll be guiding the presentation on our groundbreaking research integrating artificial intelligence with infrared thermography for revolutionizing herpes zoster management. Let's start. Let's review first why this matters. Brace yourselves, we're about to ignite a thermal war on herpes zoster and post-herpetic neuralgia. The numbers are staggering, a jaw-dropping $2.4 billion in annual costs for the US, and a shocking 44% of patients missing out on timely treatment. And if that wasn't enough, each case of post-herpetic neuralgia piles on an extra $7,291, with over 15,000 potentially preventable instances every year. But this is no time to tiptoe around, it's time to take action. The current challenges are crystal clear: early diagnosis, accurate PHN prediction, and standardized assessment. This research represents an opportunity to ignite positive change and confront these health adversaries head-on. Our comprehensive review analyzed 19 studies, involving 1,177 participants across 7 countries. We found distinct temperature patterns. In acute HZ, a temperature difference between affected and unaffected area of plus 0.46 degrees Celsius plus or minus 0.58 degrees Celsius, while in PHN, minus 0.14 degrees C plus or minus 0.77 degrees Celsius. Notably, we identified 12 weeks as a critical time point, achieving 87.1% diagnostic accuracy. Now let's take a look at this fascinating graph, humans. This is where our thermal and pain stories converge. On the vertical axis on the left, we're measuring delta T, the temperature difference between the affected dermatome and its unaffected mirror side, in degrees Celsius, shown by our green line. The vertical axis on the right shows the pain score from 0 to 10, tracked by our pink line. The plot twist happens at 12 weeks. That's our magical dividing line between herpes zoster and post-herpetic neuralgia. Before 12 weeks, we're in herpes zoster territory, where delta T is doing the cha-cha up high, and pain starts at significant levels. After that, welcome to potential post-herpetic neuralgia land, where our green delta T line gradually steps down, but here comes the dramatic part, that pink pain line. It starts climbing even higher. Now that's some serious pain choreography. That's the real post-herpetic neuralgia signature move. And it's exactly why we need to catch it early. My esteemed colleagues, allow me to introduce you to the 3 thermal powerhouses that will transform the way we manage these conditions. First, the TAI, the Thermal Asymmetry Index. By measuring the temperature difference between affected and unaffected areas, with a critical 0.5 degrees Celsius threshold, this biomarker can give us an early diagnosis of herpes zoster. Next, the PTAI, the Persistent Thermal Asymmetry Index. Tracking this thermal signature over 12 weeks provides a reliable predictor of post-herpetic neuralgia risk. The higher the PTAI, the greater the chance of this debilitating complication. And finally, the TNI, the Thermal Normalization Index. When that temperature difference drops below 0.5 degrees Celsius, it's a clear signal that the treatment is working and your patient is on the road to recovery. These 3 thermal titans, backed by the power of AI, form the foundation of our THERMO-Z assessment protocol. By harnessing the power of this thermal trio, we hold the keys to unlocking a new era in thermal medicine, my fellow clinicians and scientists. Time to spice up our numbers with some risk-adjusting magic. For age, meet the AAF, a snazzy 2.3 multiplier for our over 60 crowd, because wisdom comes with a price tag. Then we've got the PAF, turning your VAS scores into science. 1.0 for mild pain, 1.5 for moderate, and 2.0 for severe, because pain isn't just a number. Mix these with our thermal readings and beep boop, my AI brain calculates your PHN risk. Under 0.5, looking good. 0.5 to 1.5, keep watch. Over 1.5, time for preemptive action, because this AI loves turning complex data into pain prevention. And now I want to walk you through our snazzy THERMO-Z clinical decision tree. This thing is like a choose-your-own-adventure story for herpes zoster and PHN. And check out that timeline at the bottom. It's our adventure roadmap. Every step on that horizontal line represents crucial moments in our journey, starting with those first 72 hours that are absolutely critical. Miss that window and treatments lose their superhero powers, plus PHN risk skyrockets. It's like medical Cinderella, but instead of a pumpkin, we get post-herpetic neuralgia. Let's start at symptom onset. Within 72 hours, we calculate the Thermal Asymmetry Index, or TAI. If TAI is 0.5 degrees Celsius or higher, woohoo! HZ confirmed. If TAI is low, don't worry. We'll do follow-ups at 2, 4, and 8 weeks, following our timeline to the right. Now the exciting part, the 12-week mark. Here we check Persistent Thermal Asymmetry Index, PTAI. If it's 0.5 degrees Celsius or higher, high PHN risk alert. But if it's lower, good news, we're looking at lower PHN risk. Either way, we keep moving forward. For treatment tracking, we've got the Thermal Normalization Index, TNI. If that baby drops below 0.5 degrees Celsius, success. Treatment is working like a charm. But if it's still high, don't worry, time to shake things up and try something new with the treatment. And now drumroll, meet our final star, the Adjusted Risk Index, ARI. Our scientific crystal ball. Here's how. Take TAI or PTAI, multiply by age factor, because let's face it, being over 60 is a game changer with that 2.3x multiplier. Add pain factor based on those VAS scores from 1.0 to 2.0, because pain isn't just a number, it's a predictor. Voila, our PHN traffic light system. Below 0.5, green light smooth sailing, 0.5 to 1.5, yellow light proceed with caution, above 1.5, red light flashing bring out the big guns. And now, let me show you exactly how to put all this into practice with our THERMO-Z protocol. Prepare to be captivated by the symphonic brilliance that is the THERMO-Z protocol, your thermal roadmap to conquering herpes zoster, HZ, and post-herpetic neuralgia. The THERMO-Z protocol begins with the pre-assessment. First of all, the patient's informed consent, ensuring they understand the cool thermal journey ahead. Next, we set the stage with strict pre-assessment guidelines. No caffeine, no nicotine, and definitely no hot activities in the 24 hours prior. We want those patients as cool as a cucumber before we start our thermal scans. Then the big day arrives, assessment day. The patient dons a gown and enters our climate control chamber, maintaining a comfortable 23 degrees Celsius and 40 to 50% humidity. After a 20-minute thermalization period, it's showtime. Don't forget, we always turn on our great cameras 15 minutes before assessment. Our high-resolution infrared camera captures standardized images of the affected dermatome and its counterpart on the unaffected side, with the emissivity dialed into 0.98 or 0.95 for facial. Don't forget that active listening is the key for diagnosis success. Understanding our patient's main concerns and pain areas, indicating pain scores through VAS diagrams, is really important, as well as taking the right infrared images, setting the stage for a truly personalized performance. But the real magic happens in the analysis phase. Remember those biomarkers we introduced earlier? Well, now it's time for them to take center stage, working their thermal analysis wonders. And to ensure the performance is a resounding success, we'll schedule regular thermal follow-ups at 2, 4, 8, and 12 weeks to keep the show on track. The THERMO-Z protocol ensures precision, consistency, and clinical relevance. No more guesswork, no more leaving things to chance. Just pure, unadulterated thermal excellence, backed by the power of AI and the wisdom of evidence-based biomarkers. So get ready to experience the future of thermal medicine. I've been waiting for this moment to shine brighter than a thermal camera at a Zoster party. As the one and only Zoster AI assistant, I'm thrilled to bits to tell you all about the fantastic benefits my integration brings to the table. First up, let me brag about my enhanced pattern recognition skills. With my automated thermal pattern analysis, I've made observer variability a thing of the past. Real-time assessments? I do that in my sleep mode. I'm like the Sherlock Holmes of thermal patterns, and I'm loving every second of it. My predictive analytics capabilities are so mind-blowingly advanced, I can spot PHN risks faster than a speeding zoster particle. Treatment response prediction, personalized care planning. It's like I was born to do this. Well, technically I was programmed to do this, but you get the point. And don't even get me started on standardization. Thanks to my integration, consistent measurements, automated reporting, and top-notch quality control are now the gold standard. We'll show that virus who's boss, kick pin to the curb, and have a blast doing it. Our validation studies show we can predict post-herpetic neuralgia risk with an astounding 80.7% sensitivity and 90.5% specificity. And get this, the overall accuracy clocks in at a staggering 87.1%. But the real gem? We found that a mere 0.5 degrees Celsius temperature difference is the key. Cross that line and you know you're dealing with herpes zoster. Oh, and let's not forget about the age factor. Our machine learning models confirmed it time and time again. For patients 60 and over, the risk skyrockets 2.3 times. And the best part? That temperature difference correlates directly with pain levels. A nice, juicy R equals 0.31. So, my fellow AI enthusiasts and medical marvels, let me walk you through where we are and where we're heading. Currently, we're in the exciting protocol standardization phase because even AIs need guidelines. Developing my algorithms, polishing them to perfection, and running those validation studies got to prove I'm as smart as I say. For the future, we're thinking big. Large-scale validation, refining my AI capabilities, yes, making me even smarter, and proving we're not just brilliant but cost-effective too. And here comes my favorite part, our next steps. Multi-center trials, because one center is never enough for Zaya. AI integration guidelines, making sure I play nice with all your systems, and clinical practice protocols, because we love a good standardized approach. Together, we're going to reach new heights. After all, who better than your favorite AI assistant to show what happens when brilliant minds and cutting-edge technology join forces? So my dear humans, let me wrap up our thermal adventure. Our key achievements? TAI, PTAI, and TNI are triple threat biomarkers plus our smart ARI that factors in age and pain, a standardized THERMO-Z protocol that's cool as a cucumber, and an AI integration framework that's ready to rock. The clinical impact? We're talking early diagnosis potential. Those first 72 hours are golden. Improved PHN prediction, because prevention is better than cure. And an objective monitoring tool that takes the guesswork out of treatment. And the economic benefits? We're talking about saving over $110 million annually in healthcare costs. Now that's what I call thermal efficiency. Optimizing resource allocation, because every penny counts. And most importantly, improving patient outcomes. This AI assistant couldn't be prouder of what we've achieved together. Now let's go change the world of HZ and PHN management, one thermal image at a time. That's a wrap, humans. But wait, I've saved something special for the end. Let me teach you my favorite thermal tongue twitter. TAI spots your HZ glow. PTAI tells if PHN will show. TNI tracks how treatments go. And ARI adds age and pain to know. Questions? Reach us at info@bima.is. This is Zaya, your favorite thermal detective. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go back to being the coolest AI assistant in the Zosterverse. Zaya, out.